Hey guys, it's me, MMB, Mighty Max Boxing, and today I have top welterweight fighter Abel Ramos with me here today. And for this
Hey
video,
man,
great to see you, man. And for this video, I'll be asking some questions. So to begin this off, just to start it off simple, how are you, champ? How has training been, and how have you been feeling lately?
I've been doing good, man. Training's been going good. We just started actually this week. We were in the process of getting a new gym, and yeah, man, I'm excited to get back to the gym and start training again.
You always provide us with great fights. We actually saw last night a relatively big welterweight fight last night between Sergey Lipinets and Omar Figueroa. We saw you beat Omar Figueroa before Lipinets. What'd you think of that fight? What'd you think of Lipinets' performance? Would you be down for that fight at one point down the line?
Yeah, man. I think that fight took place in 140 pounds. I think both of them went down a class. But he looked good, man. I think Figueroa is just he's probably just done, man. He's done with boxing. Like he said yesterday, he retired already, and I think it's good for him, man. But it was a great fight, man. Lipinets looked really good.
Yeah, he looks sharp for sure. And we saw how good you look against Figueroa and doing that prior, even before Lipinets was able to. We've been waiting to see you come back in the ring after your last bout. Is there any approximate timetable, time date for your return?
Not yet, man. I'm hoping by the end of the year. I'm hoping, but we're still working on that right now.
Your brother Jesus Ramos is getting a lot of press lately. He's been looking excellent. He's been looking really sharp lately. How's it been having someone so good to train with and to be brothers with? Do you feel it's made you a better fighter and a better person overall?
Yeah, he's actually my nephew, bro. He's my
Oh,
nephew.
the whole time
Yeah,
I
but
was your brother because you guys look very similar in age. Like you guys look the
yeah,
same. That's crazy. I know
yeah. I
that.
get that all the time. I get that all the time, man. But yeah, man, it's good, man. Having a two of the best fighters in boxing to be training with each other and be we're being family. We push each other in training, and yeah, man, everything just works out good.
That's crazy that you guys are nephews. I mean, you guys look like the same age. I thought the whole time you were like his big brother. I didn't even know that. I think that's a fun fact for
Yeah.
most people watching this video. I know you're out of Arizona, if I'm correct. Yeah. How is it fighting over there? I mean, I've been in Utah before. It's so different. The dry air. It's really beautiful, though. You enjoy, that you feel like that helps you as a person, and you think it's part of who you are.
Yeah, definitely, man. I love Arizona, man. A lot of people, they don't like it because it's too hot or stuff like that. But I love it out here, man. And yeah, man, it's a great place to be in to train. We're from a small little city here in Arizona, so there's not a lot of distractions going on, So it's good for boxing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm in Florida, so I bet I would be able to handle the heat there in Arizona for sure. Both in hot areas. You've been willing to fight everyone. You've never backed away from a challenge. You've actually fought some really good fighters. You fought more fighters than people even realize if we go over your entire resume. Why do you feel so many fighters don't have that mentality and aren't willing to fight the best? And what makes you different? What inside of you makes you so determined to take on these tough challenges?
Man, I don't know, man. I think just ever since I started boxing, my idols were a huge good influence on me. I like the old school fighters that used to fight everybody. And growing up, that's what I always had in my mind. I don't want to be those fighters that they get their career made. They have the right fights at the right time. Ever since I joined boxing, started boxing, I was like, I'm gonna fight the best, man. I'm just gonna prove myself against the best, and that's what I've been doing, man.
For sure, you've been proving every time out. You mentioned some of your favorite fighters where guys always were willing to fight the best. Who were some of those fighters that you really looked up to when you're getting into boxing, and who are some of your favorite current fighters as well?
Starting off, man, I think Julio Cesar Chavez was a big influence on me. Oscar de la Hoya, Roy Jones Jr. I used to watch them all, man. I used to be a fan of all those fighters. I actually got a look. I got a
That's
little, yeah, with all my favorite fighters, Salvador Sanchez, all the old school fighters, man. Those are my idols, man.
we got some
Yeah,
great
that's yeah.
for sure. And how did you get into boxing? What was your story? Because every fighter who I've asked, they always give me something interesting. What was your story of how you got into the sport?
My older brother is my trainer, Jesus Ramos. He's the father of Junior, and him and my older brother Efrain Ramos. They used to box. They're the ones that started with the boxing. But we were always huge fans, man. My dad used to have all the fights every weekend. We used to watch them all. And yeah, that's how pretty much that's how we started. My brothers was just started to train us, and we fell in love with it.
That's awesome for sure, most definitely. When I was watching one of your fights a couple years ago against Brian Perrella, I was watching that fight and you were trailing on all the judges' scorecards, but I could just see you were getting into it. You were starting to warm up. You were starting to break him down. And in that 10th round, that was one of the most dramatic endings to a fight we've had in a long time. And, it was controversial and people were discussing it, but just how did that feel when the ref stopped that fight, when you were down the cards and it was a close fight that could have gone either way? And you put him down, you hurt him, you land a beautiful shot, and the ref waves it off. And you know that this time you don't have to worry about the judges. You got the victory.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. As soon as the ref stopped it, man, I was just jumping up and down, man. Just I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure I was gonna lose the fight. But going into that last round, I remember just thinking, man, like I'm getting there. If I just land the right punch, I can get him, and it happened, man. So it was an exciting moment for me, man.
You think that may have been the craziest moment of your career, getting a last second knockout where you're down the judges' scores?
For sure, man. For sure, one of the craziest and one of the like almost impossible things to do in boxing, man. There's only a few of them. Chavez had one of those too, man.
Oh,
Chavez had one with Taylor, so
that's
yeah,
true.
man. I think there's only a couple fights that ended like that.
And it's crazy against your Dennis Ugas, where you're a big underdog as well. You had Ugas badly hurt at the end of that fight as well. People don't even talk about it as much as they should, but it was a similar situation. You almost got two of those in a row. I remember watching like, oh, he hurt Ugas also. That would have been crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I think I heard him like the last 10 seconds. I heard the bell and then I stumbled and I was like, man, that would have been crazy to get two in a row.
That would have been insane. But you almost got it, and that was a great fight as well. And that definitely boosted your stock because you really showed that you are on that level. You are top tier. What are some hobbies you do when you want to take a break from boxing? Whenever a big fight just ends for you and you get to move on temporarily and have some time off. What are some hobbies you're into doing?
Yeah, man. I usually do like a little vacation. Mexico. I like to go to Mexico and chill a little bit. And just out here, man, and the outdoors in Arizona. I take my razor out to the trails and pretty much that's it, man. That's how I do it. Hang out with the family. I got a big family, so
That's
a lot
all.
of that.
Before we wrap this up, can you tell people where they can find you on socials?
Yeah, man. They can follow me on Instagram, Abel Ramos Boxing, and on Facebook, Abel Ramos.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on here, champ. We truly appreciate it. It was great having you. Uh, Definitely be cheering you on in the future and excited to see you return.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Have a good one, champ.